Hello everyone, my name is Luchara, and this is Mia Games Tycoon 2 Legendary Let's Play episode 33, 1991. Hey, we're finally getting close to 1993 when the mocap studio will come out, working on Dungeon Builder 2, which is of course a building game. Last episode I actually made a couple of contract games for the first time in a really long time. Did some AAA contracts, made it was like what, 14, 15 million each, which I mean, yeah, I have like 350 million in the bank, but hey, any extra money I can get, the better. And it's currently a pandemic, plus 300% chance that employees fall ill. So that's going to mean everything takes a little bit longer because I'm going to have a lot of sick employees, unfortunately. But I mean, we'll manage. All right, what do we got? We got some stuff we can research here. One of our level designers has accidentally overwritten a level that has already been completed. You're fired. Just kidding. I don't fire anybody. The complete level must now be recreated. All right, wheel support. All right, actually, I'm already researching something. My secondary development team is not currently doing anything. Do I want to update an engine? What type of game am I going to make next? The trend is the trend for 31 more weeks. Do I want to sneak out an extra economic sim since it's the trend? I mean, I could. Should I? What about a racing game? Cyclemania Drift 3 is going to be off the market soon. Yeah, let's update racing engine. Let's make sure my racing engine is up to date. That way I can do a racing game next. On wheel engine. Let's get the primitive pseudo 3D graphics. Let's get the advanced 16-bit sound. Nice. Yeah, on wheel engine version 3.21. Market dominance is high, as predicted. I mean, it's just such a good name. On wheel engine. Let's market Dungeon Builder 2, which I probably should have done earlier, but that's okay. Get that. That'll be 96 hype, so then we can do a pre-release for the press and potentially overhype, depending on how good it is. Considering it's only my second building game, and a couple of those engine features I'm not real good at, I'm gonna say it might not even be all that good, honestly. All right, so we got wheel support for consoles now. We already have wheel support for our games. Training is coming along nicely. It does not appear that I have anybody that's maxed out in any of these rooms. That is fine. They will get maxed out eventually. All right, so pre-release for the press on Dungeon Builder 2. And then we will, after that's done, we will decide if we want to do a overhype or not. What are we looking at here? 70 to 90. You know what? Let's do it. This might blow up in my face. But we're going to do it anyway. We'll see what happens. Fingers crossed. All right, any of this hardware? No. So basically, at this point, we're only researching level 4 hardware stuff. There's no point in researching this level 3 stuff. I mean, it's millions of dollars I'd be wasting. So why do it? And if they don't have anything to research, I might as well put them in training, right? And let's do a free update. Well, pretty much everything already has a free update. Are any of these selling well enough to be worth a second free update? Looks like Alien Invasion Adventure is selling pretty well. It's in the black. It's making money. So we will put it back in the red by doing an update for it. But I think it'll be fine. It'll make some money. All right. Did Overhype go through? Overhype didn't go through anyway. So I just threw away $200,000. Just threw it directly in the trash. Just lit it on fire, you know? It's fine. Self-distribution. Hopefully it's close to 90%. Let's bump this up to $25 price. And, well, a lot of things that I need to get some experience in there, including very first one there. So, yeah, I'm going to say like 86% review score here, somewhere in that neighborhood anyway. I mean, I'll be happy if it's higher. 85. I was close. I was gonna say I'll be disappointed if it's lower, but I mean 1% lower is fine. But if you look at the actual review here, controls only 69%, right? And that's because I don't have the mocap studio. Because yes, I know it doesn't make sense for mocap to be what gives you controls, but that is how it works. So develop a game, sequel. Cyclemania or Cyclemania Drift? Let's go Cyclemania. maybe just alternate between the two. So Cyclemania 5. Pretty sure this is going to be at least size AA. Do we have a license for racing games? We do. Not super high, but that's fine. All is good for racing. And where's the Unreal Engine? Way down at the bottom. We just did a platform manufacturer exclusive, so this one will be not exclusive. It will, of course, include my two consoles, but we'll throw the PC and Macintosh in there for 174 million almost extra users, right? So that's a lot of potential extra sales. And we'll be maxed out on the advanced 16-bit sound after this. Get another star in the graphics would be good. Everything looks good there. Turn on everything here. 35 of 40. Wheel support. So this will be our first time using wheel support. So I'm going to predict right now 92% review score. I mean, random events might change my opinion, but that's my prediction. I will need to expand my main development team and my sub rooms soon. Like definitely before I start making my own AAA games. But at this point, I think we're still putting games out at a reasonable pace. I don't feel like I need to make that move quite yet, but definitely soon. All right, so let's do a TV spot for that. How is the hype for my consoles right now? Ooh, 7066. I need to hype up my consoles. Whoops. Kind of let that slip a little bit. That's a yikes moment. And all right, so let's look at this. In this room, I have 20 programmers. So a lot of those programmers are going to get shipped out, right? Once to the mocap studio, once I have it. So I'm going to have a lot of space in this room. Right? Once that happens. So I should probably start looking at training some people that can jump into this room when the time comes. So let's make another training room here. Crowding from 12. Crowding from 15. So that'll allow me to put 14 desks in here. And I'm going to put them in manually. I've been being lazy lately, doing it automatically, but the automatic just doesn't really work all that well. All right, and put a whiteboard up on the wall. Probably put it at the front. Makes more sense. A little radio in here if they want to listen to some tunes while they train. A little trash can, throw your trash out. Water dispenser, don't want my people to go thirsty. Some radiators, don't want them to freeze. Right there. And the medicine cabinet. Or two. And a plant, of course, in case we have a green thumb. As long as it doesn't grow too big. Don't want it to block the whiteboard, right? Throw a gold record on the wall. And put a Developer of the Year award down here. That should take care of the quality. Certainly does. Okay, so let's see what's out there for game designers. You learn fast, and you are good at making sequels. So you're hired. You also learn fast. You're a nature lover. Gets sick a lot. Well, I probably shouldn't be hiring immunocompromised people during a pandemic, but here we are. Game design for professionals. Now, obviously, once my marketing team is freed up, I do need to do my console marketing. But once that marketing is done, we'll search for more people for that room. Right? That makes sense to me, at least. Alien Boxing 3 is off the market, made almost 6 million. We'll take that. We got Game Studio was closed. I didn't know that could happen. And we got a new competitor. Huh. Nothing to research right now. They're doing nothing right now. So, what game is going to be next on the docket. Well, what have I been? What's been neglected? Horror Wizards. Horror Wizards has been neglected for sure. I have not made a Horror Wizards game in a really long time, so that's a puzzle game. Let's make sure my puzzle engine is fully up to date. And maybe we'll actually make a puzzle game. Make a Horror Wizards game. Because I have two puzzle-based IPs, Puzzlor and Horror Wizards, and I haven't made either in quite some time. Quite some time. And that's not the end of the world, but it's also not great. See, what's out there for graphics and sound as well? I wouldn't mind. Ooh, you're hired. Efficient and 65.8 base stats. We're going to put you right in the room, though. Basically, I'd like to start picking up some people that have the all-rounder trait. Now, we've talked about the all-rounder trait in the past, and that it's, what's the word I'm looking for? It makes people expensive, right? And that is still the case. Oh, we got a couple maxed out people in training here. We got three maxed out graphic designers. So, move them into the graphic design studio, which overloads it. So we take our three lowest, we move them into training, right? So just constantly shuffling people around until eventually everybody gets maxed out, right? Is the idea. So we got a maxed out game tester as well. And nope. So let's find the lowest one here and put them in training. There we go. Yeah, it'd be good to get small rounders in here, even though they are more expensive. I feel like I'm at a point where I can afford to pay people that are more expensive. Although, I lost money last month. Why did I lose so much money last month? I mean, the console marketing is expensive, to be fair. And I did build a room. So, yeah, I mean, it tracks. That makes sense. Let's do an update for Dungeon Builder 2, which is selling probably poorly. It's about what I expected since it's an exclusive, right? All right, so we got to do some special marketing here. Do pre-release for the press and a demo. And then we will see what the estimated review score is. Real-time strategy. RTS. Let's get that researched up. And then once that research, we'll do an engine for it. And then we will probably make a game. Ooh, my sound team's falling behind. They clearly need to be expanded. Like, graphics team is done and they still have a full thing to do. 80 to 100 review score, estimated. So, we're going to continue development. We've got sound work to do still. We're going to overhype it as well. And we got some commission work we can do here. A little extra money in the bank. Not a lot, but some. And all right, so that is done. So let's employee search, game designer, all-rounder. 50 to 55. And yes, I know they're more expensive, and that's fine. But hey, if you're enjoying this video, enjoying this series in general, do me a favor, hit that like button. Helps me out a lot as a small YouTuber. All right, so we're still waiting for the sound to be done. The sound is done. Overhype went through. I think it's time to release. I'm sticking to, what did I say, 92%? I'm thinking 94 probably is what it's going to actually be. It might be even higher. I don't know. I think the lack of the mocap, like, controls are pretty important for this genre. So yeah, no way it's over 95. It's still higher than I thought. I mean, in a good way, obviously. I'll take it. All right, so develop a game, sequel, Horror Wizards. I have no idea if puzzle's even popular, but whatever. And this was like one of my first good selling games, right? So this is kind of a beloved series, and we got a 5-star license to go with it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to be size AA. We'll see. Maybe not, but I think it will be. And we're going to go manufacturer exclusive because I'm basically just alternating between the two. Turn on all the languages. Getting better at the engine stuff, right? Maxed out in the sound now. Graphics are coming. We got 2 stars there, so that'll help. That looks good, I think. Actually, let's go like this for a puzzle strategy game. 32 of 40. You know what? I'm going to make this size A and cut 2 features. I'm pretty sure I can cut password saves and keyboard support. Since this is just for my consoles, and my consoles don't need keyboards because they're consoles. So that is an easy 2 cuts. So yeah, this game will be fairly cheap to make, which will be good. And I think it'll still be good, right? Like, even though it's only size A. I think you can make a decent size A game nowadays. At least I hope. Fingers crossed. All right, so we're looking for game designer here. Once we get a couple into training. So yeah, 4650. Also doesn't take bathroom breaks, though. So you're hired. And I'm not going to go with all-rounders, but I just would like to get a couple. Ooh, this is kind of the dream. Also learns faster. So yeah, you're definitely going in there. Large booth. All right. Games. Let's go with Dungeon Builder 2. Let's go with Alien Invasion add-on. Alien Invasion Adventure itself. And my 2 consoles. And I'll be back up to 100 hype. That advertising that I did was actually well timed. Right? If we'd done it a little later, like we wouldn't get any hype from this, and that would kind of would have been a waste. Ooh, first-person shooter also available. Let's grab that. And one more all-rounder. Okay. So let's take this off automatic. Switch to doing some marketing. And we got one more. All right. That's good. That's a good thing. Marketing campaign. Game. Horror Wizards 8. So it's been so long since we made a Horror Wizards game. We only got 40 hype for this. That's okay, I guess. Alien Boxing 3 add-on. Came off the market. Actually lost a bit of money on this, but it may have driven more sales to the main game. Was it $600,000 worth of sales? I don't know. But I mean, 600,000 is not a big deal. We're in the summer slump right now, though, which obviously is not helping anything. And let's end automation on this contract work. Ooh, Into Park Baseball 4. It wasn't exclusive, right? Yeah, it still sold really poorly, considering it set the trend, right? Like, but it did move 73,000 consoles, so that's like $730,000. So it still lost $700,000. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, it's fine. I mean, it's not perfect, it's not ideal, but it's fine. All right, we got a couple more maxed out graphic designers by the looks of things. Boom, boom. View over. Grab the 2 worst ones. Train them up. Yes, everything's starting to come together now. Yeah, my sound. I officially need to make this room bigger. It's officially an issue. All right. Oh, yeah, that's not where I wanted to put it. 5 desks. 7, 5, 7. 7's good. I probably should get some heaters and stuff in there, I suppose. And do I have a best sound award I can put in here? Look at this. Look at this little guitar thing and think, oh, wow. We already won one of those awards. Let's win more, right? It's a motivation tactic, clearly. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm just going to take a few out of training. And what's out there? There's 5 sound artists on the market. You learn fast. You're lucky. You're cheap. You're expensive, but you don't take breaks. You don't get sick. You get motivation from trees, right? Those are all good things. Too many people in here. Put you in there instead. Now we're good. All right. Perfect. So they're polishing. Okay. Continued development. We got bugs to work out. We got sound work to do. Still only 70 to 90, though. That's not awesome. All right. So put you back in training. Let's make a new engine. I'm just going to include the best tech level 3 stuff. Cheaper. Less time. For RTS, we will, of course, do an FPS as well. But right now, we're just going to do RTS. Actually, let's do Cherry Goblin Pro. And we'll call this RTS engine. You know, another Luch, super awesome. I kind of set the bar too high with Unwheel engine. That's the real problem here for engine names. Because the rest of them are just generic crap, basically. Oh, we got a maxed out game tester as well in here. And you know what? You're close enough. We're going to switch you over to the main room. You'll get there just from normal work quickly enough. And put you into training, the 2 lowest. So yeah, this is really, I'm glad I started the training. I mean, it was a couple episodes ago, but it is going to pay off in the long run. I'm confident. All right, special marketing for Horror Wizards pre-release for the press. Probably not going to overhype it because 70 to 90. Now it is only size A, but I also think the lack of mocap is killing it. Right? I'm pretty sure. If we look at the review, it's going to be upper 80s, I think. Might even be lower 90s. But what's going to hurt it is the control score, right? Yeah, 69. Everything else is over 90, right? Well over 90 in graphic and sound cases. But it's just, there's not much I can do, right? Until I get that mocap studio. All right, so let's do an add-on for Cyclemania, because that is selling really well. Let's do a paid add-on for that. Cyclemania 5. So this is the bike and motorcycle game, even though it makes no sense to have bikes and motorcycles in the same game. It's just any kind of 2-wheeled vehicle, essentially. That's so we will call this 2 wheels are best. Or at wheels are best, apparently. Because apparently I hit shift when I hit 2, because I'm smart. And nothing to add here. And of course, we will polish and polish. Oh, that's a lot of commission work, actually. Let's do this commission work first. And we'll do some game reports here. Oh my god, that's a lot of game reports. I'm way behind. Whoops. Oopsie daisy. Do a radio spot. That should get us to around 40 hype. Because I'm doing this because I got to wait for the RTS engine anyway, because I do want to make an RTS for my next game, right? What am I doing for storage? All kinds of storage space. Automatic production seems to be fine. See how quickly they switch to waiting. Yeah, I definitely do not need more production yet. No, not high quality sounds. Polishing, because they're done to their commission work. Game reports are also done, so we will bug fix. And let's do special marketing for that. Get a demo and a pre-release for the press. I don't have time for full. Ooh, 60 to 80. Ah, there's 162 bugs. That'll be fine. It'll get much better once those bugs are gone. Right? Like, much better. All right, RTS engine is ready. So let's also do a FPS engine. And FPS, JR1 Pro, FPS. And I could do something like gun engine or shoot engine, but the problem is third-person shooter comes out later, right? And yeah. All right, so that's good. Just gonna wait for the bugs to be gone. And we'll release. So while that happens, let's look for a couple of efficient game designers. 70 to 90. I was hoping for better. But I mean that's fine. Self-publish. Of course. Second star in Wheel support. We'll take it. Oh, look at that. 91%. Pretty good. Pretty good. Holiday season's coming up soon-ish. All right, so develop a game. Do I want to do a spin-off? Google the Wizards, I think, would make a decent real-time strategy game, in theory. I do not have my guide up, though, because I'm a slacker and I keep forgetting to get my guide up before I start recording. Real-time strategy. So we could do role-playing strategy, action, eco with sim, or building game for this. So let's just go role-playing since it's there. And let's change it from fantasy to, let's say, orcs or barbarians. Let's go orcs. And we will call this orcs versus barbarians. No, orcs versus wizards. There's no barbarians, Luch. There's no barbarians in this game. Probably double A. Let's just leave it at A for now, but probably going to be double A. Is there a real-time strategy license out there? Probably not, since it's such new. Never mind, I'm wrong. There is. I didn't even look at the price. I probably should have, but I didn't. So RTS engine. Yeah, let's go multi-platform for this one. I think it'll sell fairly well because it's completely unsaturated market, right? There's no RTSs out there at all. And this is not right at all. So let's bring up the old guide here. See what the old guide has to say for an RTS/RPG. 6713. So a little bit of length, definitely some depth, no beginner friendliness whatsoever. This is not an easy game to wade into, folks. Storyline, mid. Character design, pretty mid. Level and mission design, on the other hand, not mid. Very important. It is very core, which makes sense because it's, it's also hard. And it's a little violent. All of this tracks in my mind. And these sliders are supposed to be 30, 30, 10, 30. Right? So basically this, but we got to get this up. Right? We got to pump that number up. So let's go like that. That should be good, I think. And 34 of 30. I don't want to cut 4. I feel like 4 things are a little too much to cut. I mean, it's basically everything except light gun and wheel support. So let's go double A. I think it'll be fine. And beautiful. I hope it'll be fine anyway. I hope orcs and wizards both work. They should. They should, I think. Right? Maybe. Possibly. Potentially. Yeah, why not? All right, now there is an efficient game designer that we can throw in training. And I'd like to get one more. One of my programmers wants to be employee of the month. Well, if you want to be employee of the month, you got to get me more than 12 points. Like that's not enough. Efficient and doesn't get sick. Perfect, since we're in the middle of a pandemic. All right. Efficient, all-arounder, and lucky. That's really close to like the best possible. If they also had talented, this would be like dream employee or inexhaustible. Anyway, that's still really good. That's what we want. So let's end automation because this is only 25 hypes. We got some work to do to hype this up. Where are you at? Orcs versus Wizards, radio spot, and then 2 TV spots will get us there. Boom. Yeah, my money in the bank has basically stayed the same this episode, hasn't it? No. Apparently I've made 34 million this year, but that was earlier in the year, maybe? Oh, because I made 26 million from the contract games. Yeah, I've made a lot from consoles. Well, not really, because look how much it cost for console production. Um, so we didn't make much from consoles actually. Anyway, we're making money. That's all that matters. And if I need to, if it seems like my balance is getting low again, I can just make another contract game or two, right? That's why we built up this reputation to 100% earlier, so that if we need to do contract games, we have the option, right? Ooh, let's do an update for Psychomania 5 because that's selling pretty well, right? Yeah, 20K. That's best selling game I've had in a while, I feel. Yeah, these add-ons, the strategy of spamming add-ons that was good earlier, I feel like it's not as good. Like I feel like I haven't made money off an add-on in a while. Maybe that's just, you know, my confirmation bias, but we'll see. We'll see if this one makes money. Action End was licensed. We made like 30K. I mean, I'll take it. I'll take 30K, but it's kind of, it's also not really much of anything, right? All right, so two more graphic designers are maxed out. And my graphic designers are getting maxed out really fast. Like, look how many of them are 90 already. Still all kinds of them that are low, though. So let's be real. We are not where we need to be, anywhere near where we need to be just yet. So I don't think I want to make an FPS next, right? Like, I don't want to go back to back brand new things. The trend is going to change in, let's just see what the trend is going to be. Let's do a quick commission work here while we wait for the trend to change. All right, let's do, yeah. All right, so it's EcoSim again. All right, so let's do another EcoSim, I guess. Let's update the EcoSim engine. The economic simulation engine. I know some people don't love it when I say EcoSim because they think, when they hear the word eco, they think something different. And I get it, right? I get that. But just economic simulation is such a mouthful, right? All right, so let's do pre-release special marketing for Orcs versus Wizards. I doubt this is going to be worth overhyping. First RTS. 70 to 90 is actually better than I would have thought. That's with still bugs, a few bugs to iron out. I'm pleasantly impressed with the score. All right, let's just wait until this engine is good. So we'll just give it a little extra polishing, not too serious. So what do we think the next trend is going to be? Which is, to be fair, 73 weeks away. But we're probably just going to go and set the trend again, like we have been. Puzzle game. All right, so we will have to try to take advantage of that. All right, so that engine is done. So let's release Orcs versus Wizards and see how good it is. Hey, if this is upper 80s for my first RTS, I'll be thrilled. Honestly. Especially since, you know, the whole no mocap thing. We're 2 years away from having the mocap studio right now. It comes out in November of 93, I'm pretty sure. This is the first RTS to hit market. 91%. Nice. Nice. We'll take that for sure. For sure. All right. And that is going to do it for this episode, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Most importantly, be good to each other. Have a great day. And I'll see you in the next one.